What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Spencer doing a step-by-step combo tutorial today. If you guys don't know what that is, kind of like my most popular video. It's where I take some of the biggest combos that people are playing right now and I slow them down a whole bunch. And I found this video, or this combo I should say, through a gameplay video, but it doesn't have any commentary on it. So if you don't know what a lot of these cards do, it would be really confusing. But I'll link that video down below, so be sure to like and subscribe to their channel. I think it's Dual Evolution. They do a lot of really good stuff, but you know, I just take those kind of combos that they do and I explain them step by step. So today I'm literally going to be reading what Miscellaneousaurus does, and we're probably going to start right there. Well, we can actually go with the Lost World. So this card has a bunch of effects, and I will read them all. All monsters on the field lose 500 attack defense, except dinosaur monsters. Once per turn, if a dinosaur monster is normal or special summoned, you can special summon one token to your opponent's field in defense position. While your opponent controls a token, they cannot target monsters on the field with card effects except tokens. Once per turn, if a normal monster on the field would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy that many dinosaur monsters in your hand and or deck instead. So, a lot of effects there. Alright, so we're gonna activate Miscellaneousaurus. So if you guys don't know what this card does, during the main phase, quick effect, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. During this main phase, dinosaur monsters you control or are unaffected by your opponent's card effects. You can banish any number of dinosaur monsters from your graveyard, including this card. Special summon one dinosaur monster from your deck with a level equal to the number of monsters banished to activate this effect, but destroy it during the end phase, and then you can only use this effect once per turn. So we're going to go ahead and discard that. Now, this is turn 0, so technically, you know, this is a good effect because if your opponent has any hand traps, like, they're just meaningless. So we're going to go ahead and banish itself from the graveyard. Obviously, there's only one monster. So from the deck, we're going to special summon a 1, and that's going to be Archosaur. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can destroy one dinosaur monster in your hand or face-up field and add one reptile, sea serpent, or winged beast monster with the same original level as the destroyed monster, or one evolution pill spell from your deck to your hand, which is, of course, what we're going to be doing here. And if you guys don't know, Baby Ceratosaurus is going to be destroyed quite a bit in this time. So obviously, since a dinosaur special summon, a token is going to go ahead and go to your opponent's side of the field. Alright, so we destroyed the Baby Ceratosaurus. So this card says, when it is destroyed by card effect and sent to the graveyard, obviously you can trigger it yourself. You can special summon one level 4 lower dinosaur monster from your deck. Cool beans. And, you know, since we also searched the double evolution pill for later in our combo. So from the deck, we're going to go ahead and special summon the Soul-Eating Oviraptor. If this card is normal or special summon, you can take one dinosaur monster from your deck and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. You can target one other level 4 lower dinosaur type monster on the field, destroy it, then special summon one dinosaur type monster from your graveyard in defense position. Alright, so we're going to use the effect to search, and we're going to add the card to our hand, another Baby Ceratosaurus. If you can believe it, we have not normal summoned at all yet this turn, so we want to do that. And we're going to use the secondary effect to target destroy, and then special summon the other Baby Ceratosaurus. So we're going to flip those two, meaning that the Baby Ceratosaurus effect goes off. And from the deck, we can now special summon a Scrap Raptor, which is kind of what this is all about. This card does a whole bunch of stuff. It says you can target one monster you control, destroy it. Also, during your main phase's turn, you can normal summon one Scrap monster in addition to your normal summoner set. If this card is destroyed by the effect of a Scrap card and sent to the graveyard, you can add one Scrap Factory or one non-tuner Scrap monster from your deck to your hand. Alright, so we can go ahead and convert the Scrap Raptor and the Archosaur and go into a Scrap Wyvern. This card says you can target one Scrap monster in your graveyard, special summon it, then destroy one card you control. If another face-up Scrap monster is destroyed by card effect, while you control this monster, you can special summon one Scrap monster from your deck, then destroy one card on the field. We will be using both of those effects. So we're going to go ahead and Monster Reborn, if you will, the Scrap Raptor. And we're going to go ahead and destroy it, which is going to trigger the Scrap Wyvern. And since this was destroyed, we can also add a Scrap monster from deck to hand, and that's going to be Scrap Chimera. So we're going to special summon another Scrap Raptor from the deck. And the card we destroyed this time was the token. So that's just easier. Obviously, you don't want to be destroying your own cards, you know, because we're going to destroy the Baby Ceratosaurus in just a bit. So I chose to do it that way. So obviously Scrap Raptor lets you destroy that other card, like I said, and that's going to trigger the Baby Ceratosaurus since it was destroyed by card effect. And from the deck, we're going to go ahead and special summon a Giant Rex with that off that Baby Ceratosaurus. Since we have the additional normal summon for scrap monsters, we can now normal summon the scrap Chimera. Its effect says cannot be used as synchro material except to synchro summon a scrap monster, and other synchro material must be scrap monsters. When this card is normal summoned, you can target a scrap tuner in your graveyard, special summon that target. Alright, so we can bring back the scrap Raptor once again. Now we can convert the scrap Wyvern, one of the scrap Raptors, and the scrap Chimera, and go into Apollousa. Now we can use the Scrap Raptor and a Giant Rex and go into Borreload Savage Dragon. And we can equip the Scrap Wyvern to this card. Now we can use Double Evolution Pill. This card says you can banish a dinosaur or non-dinosaur. Chimera is a non-dinosaur. And special summon a level 7 or higher dinosaur monster from your hand or deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. If you haven't guessed it yet, of course that is going to be the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. And since this card was banished, Giant Rex, when it's banished, lets you special summon it back to the field. That is exactly what we're going to do. And now we convert these two rank 4s into, I like to go into Logia, because this lets you negate a spell and trap. You could obviously go into the Dolka, but that's monster negates, and you kind of have that covered with Apollousa. So I'd rather have kind of like maybe 2 spell and trap negates versus the monsters. Also, this, if your opponent would normal special in a monster, you can also negate that. So. But yeah, that is the end board. I hope you guys enjoyed me kind of slowing that down. It's a really interesting combo, really cool for dinos. I know Misc is at 1, but there's obviously a whole bunch of ways to search it from your deck. So you should be covered pretty much any way to make this combo happen. Hope this video helped you guys if you looked it up and wanted to know more about the archetype. Other than that, that's going to do it for today's video, and I'll see you guys next time.